Hello, my name is Jason Bidiger, and I am part owner of Anchor Insurance and Financial Services along with Teresa Bilton. And what we're going to go over on this slideshow is the different kind of deductibles that you might see in your homeowner's policy. Now, the first kind of deductible that we are going to go over is the main deductible. This is your AOP, your all other peril deductible. Basically, this will cover anything that is in your policy that is not listed otherwise. So if it is not listed as having a different deductible, it has this deductible. Most of the time, that will be $500 to $1,000 for inland homes and $1,000 to $2,500 for property that is close to the coast. Now, speaking of property that is close to the coast, we are a coastal agency. So a lot of you inland will not learn anything about, or not need to know anything about coastal wind hail deductibles, but we do here. Wind hail deductible is a separate deductible that kicks in when damage is caused by wind or hail. Pretty self-explanatory. It's usually 2 to 5% of your coverage A, and coverage A is your rebuild cost. So that's that big number that your home is worth to the insurance company that they're going to fork out in case it was a total loss. Now, a named storm deductible is a better variance of the wind hail deductible. Now, this deductible will kick in if the damage is caused by a named storm. And usually that is the same 2% or 5% of your coverage A that wind hail deductible will be. You're not going to have both of those. You're going to have one or the other. And next upgraded level above that is the hurricane deductible. It's even better than the named storm or the wind hail. And that will kick in if the damage is caused by a hurricane. So all these are pretty self-explanatory. The important thing to note is that carriers deem the named storm and the hurricane deductibles differently. So maybe one will have a named storm if it's 100 miles off the coast and it's a named storm still, your deductible is going to be higher. Some of them will have it if it reaches inland, or if it reaches the land at a hurricane level. Even in Florida, if it's in your house is in Georgia, it still might consider it a hurricane deductible, even if it's not a hurricane when it gets to your house. Some of them will go right up to, there probably has to be a hurricane when it hits the county, that kind of thing. So it varies by carrier what their definition of a hurricane or named storm is for that deductible to kick in. The other deductible that you will see is usually smaller amounts, water backup, sewer and drain. Food spoilage usually is another deductible that's a lot less than $1,000 as your main deductible, or $500. Loss assessment is another one that might vary, but these will all be listed in your policy if they have a different amount. If they're not listed as having a different deductible, then most likely they do have that, your regular AOP, your main deductible will be that deductible. But sometimes these and other items might have different deductibles attached to them. You just have to look at your policy again, very dependent upon the carrier. And as always, I hope that you learned a little bit from the slideshows that we're doing here. And if you have any questions, give us a call. And as always, we love to hear from you in person, see you, meet you. So our address is there for you, and our website in case you want to learn a little bit more about our company. So thank you for your time.